Starting at number 10, we have Taoism. Taoism is a belief system also known as Cao Dai, and this religion started in Vietnam. It was founded by a man named Ngo Van Chu back in the year 1926. Now today, there are approximately 4.6 million followers of Taoism, and they live primarily in the southern part of the country. The religion teaches the belief in one supreme being, and they put a lot of emphasis on peace, love, as well as tolerance and justice. Number 9 brings us Confucianism. Of course, Confucius is widely viewed as one of the greatest philosophers to have ever lived, and Confucianism is based on his teachings. There are 6 million followers of Confucianism, and most of them are in China, and the religion has 5 main virtues. The first virtue is Zhen, which is goodwill, empathy, and generosity. Then there's Yi, which is rightness, duty as guardians of nature and humanity. Li is right conduct and propriety, demonstrating your inner attitude with your outward expressions. Then there's Qi, which is wisdom, and Sin, which is faithfulness and trustworthiness. Not to be confused with sin, by the way, in other religions, meaning like evil deeds. No. Number 8 brings us Taoism. Taoism is also known as Taoism, and it started approximately 2,000 years ago in China, and today there are 12 million followers of Taoism in the world. The founder of Taoism is considered to be Lao Tzu, and he's the one who's thought to have written the Tao Jing, which is the central text in Taoism. Taoists believe in spiritual immortality, where the spirit and the body joins the universe after death. The religion at number 7 is Judaism. Of course, you've all heard about this one. Judaism is the oldest organized Abrahamic religion and is the main religion in the country of Israel. There are approximately 50 million Jews around the world right now, and there are 3 main branches within Judaism. There's the Orthodox branch, the Conservative branch, as well as the Reform branch. Judaism is a monotheistic religion, and monotheistic, by the way, just means there's one God as a primary focus in the religion. And according to Jewish doctrine, Jews are in the world to be witnesses to the claim that there is only one God with whom humans can actually come in contact with. God has chosen Jews as messengers, and they're to share this with the rest of the world. We have Sikhism up next, and Sikhism has about 30 million followers. Most followers reside in the Punjab region in India, and it's one of the younger religions out of the top religions, and it originated in the 15th century, and the followers of Sikhism are known as Sikhs, and there are 3 core beliefs of the Sikh religion. There's meditation upon the devotion to the Creator, truthful living, as well as service to humanity. Sikhs are meant to uphold the values of honesty, compassion, generosity, integrity, and service, as well as spirituality on a daily basis. And that's a huge part of their religion, really just giving back and being of service to people. Halfway in at number 5, we have Shintoism. This is mainly practiced in Japan, and it has an estimated following of about 104 million people. The word Shinto means way of the gods, and the practice dates back to the 8th century. There are more than 80,000 Shinto shrines in Japan alone, and it's well integrated into Japanese society as well as daily life. Another unique aspect of the religion of Shintoism is the fact that the follower doesn't publicly declare their faith. Well, they can publicly declare it, but you don't have to. It's not a requirement. Moving on to the religion at number 4, we have Buddhism. Buddhism is based on the teachings of Siddhartha Gautama, who lived in the 6th century BCE and was born in what is now known as Nepal. Theravada Buddhism as well as Mahayana Buddhism are the 2 main branches. And although Buddhism is generally labeled as a religion, the founder actually said many times that this is not a religion. Like, it's not supposed to be a religion or anything like that. It's simply just a way of life. There's actually no central god or gods in Buddhism, and Siddhartha Gautama also said that he should never ever be worshipped as a god or a prophet or anything like that. Worldwide, there are over 500 million followers of Buddhism, and Buddhism follows the Wheel of Dharma, which is the eightfold path in life to live a righteous life and attain enlightenment. Number 3 brings us the religion of Hinduism. Hinduism, also, it's kind of hard to classify as a religion, but either way, Hinduism is the 3rd largest religion in the world with 1.2 billion followers. Hinduism's followers believe in many gods or deities, and it's considered a polytheistic religion. However, Hindus recognize that there is one God, Brahman, the eternal origin, who is the cause of everything that is in existence. Hinduism has been practiced in various forms for more than 4,000 years, and the major scripture of Hinduism are the Vedas, divided into 4 sections: the Rig Veda, the Yajur Veda, the Sama Veda, as well as the Atharva Veda. It is mainly practiced in India, Nepal, as well as Mauritius, and you'll also find a lot of practitioners in Bali, Indonesia. The purpose of life for Hindus is to achieve 4 aims: Dharma, which is ethics and duties; Artha, which is prosperity and work; Kama, which is desires and passion; and Moksha, which is liberation, freedom from the death and rebirth cycle. The religion at number 2 leads us to Islam. Islam is currently the fastest growing religion in the world, and it currently has 1.9 billion followers worldwide. Indonesia is the country with the largest number of Muslims, although the religion of Islam originated in Arabia. Islam started in the 7th century during the Prophet Muhammad's life, who is believed to be the last prophet of Allah or God. And Muslims, however, do teach that Islam had existed since the beginning of time, with Adam, the first human, being the first Muslim, as well as the first prophet. The holy book in Islam is known as the Quran, and Quran was revealed in Arabic to Muhammad by the angel Gabriel over a period of 22 years. And that time period started in 610 CE and ended in 632 CE. There are 2 main branches in Islam. There's Sunni and Shia. And finally, we end this list off with Christianity. Christianity is the greatest of all the religions in the world, with 2.5 billion followers in total. There are many denominations within Christianity, like literally thousands. But to keep it simple, Catholicism, Protestantism, and Orthodox are the 3 main branches. Christianity is an Abrahamic monotheistic religion based on the life, death, resurrection, and teachings of Jesus Christ. The first Christians, though, weren't Christian. They were Jews who came to believe that Jesus was the Messiah. And Gentiles or non-Jews also made up the large majority of its followers. And of course, that's the case in today's modern Christian world. Starting at number 10, we have the Church of Scientology. It was founded on the teachings of L. Ron Hubbard, and the Church of Scientology was started back in the year 1952. The Scientology religion works through subscriptions. So a church member goes up the ranks within the church, and getting to each level, well, you're required to pay a fee. It does cost a lot for members to climb the ranks, and if someone is interested, they're expected to pay out a couple $100,000 to be at the top level. Moving on to number 9, non-denominational Christianity. Non-denominational Christians, they follow the basic beliefs of Protestant Christians, and they have seen a very big increase in membership over the past several years due to the growth and the popularization of what are known as mega churches around the world. Many pastors that establish these churches, they rely a lot on the regular tithing and offerings of the church members, and tithing, by the way, is just 10% of someone's earnings. Most churches like this, they are rich because of the devotion of their members, and their members, of course, give a lot of money every single year. Protestantism is up next. One of the more popular divisions of Christianity, well, that is Protestantism. It has a large amount of followers, and Protestantism is basically the separation from the reign of Catholicism. So they disagreed with the Catholic Church and branched off. And since that split back in the 16th century, it has grown to over 30,000 various different denominations that fall under Protestantism. Protestants rely heavily on the Bible for practical guidance, and many Protestant churches also rely on tithing and financial contributions of their members. Number 7 brings us Hinduism. The Hindus believe that wealth and abundance are gifts from God. So, of course, it's no surprise that Hinduism is one of the richest religions in the entire world. Many faithful followers of Hinduism all around the world, they seek self-knowledge as well as self-realization, and they aim to gain wealth, but not just financial wealth. They really look to gain mental wealth as well as spiritual wealth. The Episcopal Church comes next at number 6. Having its roots from the Church of England, the Episcopal Church was established in the United States back in the year 1785 as a separate entity from the British monarchy. And now today there are over 2 million Episcopalians throughout the United States. But the church itself has expanded to other countries, including countries in the Caribbean, as well as countries in South and Central America, as well as different parts of Europe. Halfway at number 5, we go to the Church of England. And the Church of England is actually a Protestant church. The Church of England was founded by Henry VIII because there was some controversy going on. The king refused to follow the marital laws of the religion at the time, so he decided to create his own church in order to divorce his wife at the time, Catherine of Aragon. And although it started that way, the church that the Anglicans have grown, it has really become a very, very massive body. Anglican, by the way, means Church of England. They also own a lot of land in Britain, and it's estimated that they own $6.7 billion worth of land, and they earn hundreds of millions of dollars in income each year off of that land. Moving on now to the Mormon Church at number 4. Well, the actual name of this church is the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, but the followers are referred to as Mormons. They also read the Book of Mormons. Either way though, Mormons have grown in popularity because of its spread throughout the globe. From Finland to Japan, you're going to see a whole lot of different communities that have the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. And the church roughly has about 14 million members globally. And with that sort of membership, it explains why the church can earn an annual revenue of $6 billion. Judaism comes up next at number 3. The Jews, of course, have been long associated with wealth and money. And many Jews, they pursue professional careers and are excellent in business. So the Jewish community is also a very, very, very faithful group of believers. They're very, very die-hard and hardcore and committed to their beliefs. Jews make up roughly 25% of the 400 wealthiest Americans, and it's largely the reason why the religion continues to become rich, because a lot of the followers themselves are rich. Jews also give 10% of a household income to their synagogues and in support of their religion, and the 10% is the tithe, similar to certain Christian denominations. The religion at number 2 is Islam. It is no surprise that some of the richest nations in the world are located in the Middle East, right? And the Middle East has been a symbol of wealth for many, many years. Of course, Islam came out of Arabia, and Islam doesn't have any laws against growing wealth, although there are some regulations of how one should earn income. But some Muslim believers, they're kings and they're royalty, so of course they got a whole lot of money. And it's been estimated that the Islamic faith has assets of nearly $1.6 trillion. Also, there's about 2 billion Muslims in the world. Number 1 though is Roman Catholicism. In the Roman Catholic Church, priests take a vow of poverty upon entering service. So it's a little bit of a surprise that the Catholic Church comes at number 1, right? And the leadership in the church primarily consists of priests in various different ranks. And there's hardly any sign of poverty when you enter a Roman Catholic Church. It's a very wealthy organization. In fact, the Vatican income relies on donations from its members and also on various investments that it has. The church likes to keep their finances a secret, but we do know that they bring in billions of dollars each year. Catholicism also is the largest organized religion in the world. Starting at number 10, we have the religion of Jainism. Jainism is one of the most ancient religions of India, and it's also very associated with promoting peace. In the traditional sense, it's known as Jain Dharma, and this is a religious system that's based on certain principles. Three of them actually. There is ahimsa, which is the practice of non-violence. Then there is the anekantavada, and that is the practice of non-absolutism, which is not believing that a particular belief is the absolute truth and the only truth. Then there is the aparigraha, which is a practice of non-attachment. So of course, when a follower of this religion is grounded in these principles, the majority of them live out their life practicing a vegetarian or vegan lifestyle. So they try to avoid killing animals as much as possible, as well as they even try to avoid killing microscopic organisms that you can't necessarily see with the naked eye. Number 9 is the belief of Zoroastrianism. This is arguably the oldest organized religion in the entire world. But again, that point is debatable. The followers of the religion are just a few million, and they're spread over different parts of Iran, India, and different places. But Zoroastrianism is really based on the focus of its god, who is known as Ahura Mazda, and it's also rooted in the teachings of their prophet Zarathustra or Zoroaster. There's a lot of devotion to fire as well, and it's a very interesting religion. It sort of mixes monotheism with other cosmic principles, and it teaches good deeds, and it also promotes a lifestyle to do what's right and also treating people like you want to be treated. Taoism is up next. Now, this is a religious or philosophic tradition of Chinese origin, and it really puts a lot of emphasis on the harmony with the Tao. And if you don't know, Tao is the principle that is the source, the substance, as well as the pattern of everything that exists in the entire universe. So Taoism also puts a lot of stress on naturalness as well as simplicity. Now you probably know this shape here, the yin and the yang. That's the concept of naturalists, and it was practiced in Taoism. The religion at number 7 is Judaism. Now, Judaism, of course, is an ancient monotheistic religion. It's also known as an Abrahamic religion, and it's based on the ancient Hebrew scriptures. It's also considered to be the 10th largest religion in the entire world, with about 15 or so million followers worldwide. Now, Judaism is based on a covenant between God and the children of Israel. The Torah is the larger part of the text that is known as the Tanakh, also referred to as the Hebrew Bible. Most people refer to the Torah as the first 5 books of the Bible. There's also supplemental Jewish text known as the Midrash as well as the Talmud. And Jews preach, though, that one day there is going to be a coming Messiah that spreads peace throughout the entire world. Wicca is up next, and this is a religion that a lot of people don't necessarily associate peace with, because Wicca is often associated with witchcraft. Now, Wicca was made very popular by Gerald Gardner, who is a retired public servant, and it was actually a pantheistic religion, which can mean that the universe is a manifestation of God, and or that many gods or forms of God actually exist. But despite this, though, some Wiccans are agnostic and even atheists. Wiccans believe in their deities and that they hold special powers, and that their religious practices actually allow them to channel these powers from the deities. And this power that they channel is used for various different things like healing and other beneficial purposes, as well as people can use this power for doing bad stuff. But at the core of everything, the teachings of Wicca really emphasize healing, harmony, and peace and compassion for everyone. Not just everyone, but everything as well.